Back. This is Anand. Once again, I'm welcoming you in my tutorial channel. Today, I'll teach you how to install Red Hat Linux 5 on VMware virtual environment. Before I go to show you how to install Linux, I'll discuss a little bit about the system requirements. As per the Linux operating system is concerned, the Linux operating system can be installed on Pentium 4 or higher processor supporting 2 GHz or higher speed. The minimum RAM requirement for Linux is 1 gig, or it can go up to the system limitation. The hard disk space, the minimum hard disk space which is required for Linux 5 and 4 is 4 GB minimum. Apart from that, you need input and output devices like keyboard, mouse and monitor. So hence you got the details. Now I'll show you how to create a virtual machine for Linux 5 so that you can follow and you can install along with me if you want. So I have installed Workstation 14 Pro. It's not necessary, you can install 10, 7, 12, any of the version. So once you start VMware Workstation, you can click on create a new virtual machine. Ensure typical is selected, click next. The installation source you can specify either ISO image file. Obviously you require Linux 5 ISO image, or if you have an installation disk, you can go with the installation disk as well. I would be preferring to install later because I'm just going to create a computer. So I'll select I would install the operating system later and click on next. In the guest operating system section, I need to select guest operating system as Linux, and under version I need to specify Linux 5. So here I can select Red Hat Enterprise Linux 5, 6, 7. So better go with the Red Hat Enterprise Linux 5 and click on next. At this point you can specify what would be the virtual machine name for Linux computer. If I select Red Hat Linux 5 server, I might be using this one for server, or it's not necessary. Based on the configuration, the same computer would work as a server or client. So you need to just give an appropriate name so that you can identify whether your computer is of Linux or any. So I have specified the name of that computer and click next. The minimum hard disk requirement you have seen, so it's not necessary that you should have always 40 gig. You can specify more than that also based on the conditions. So I would just go with the minimum requirement, that is the 40 gig. I would store virtual disk as a single file so that later on if I want to share my virtual machine with my friend or anyone, I can select the store and I can just copy that virtual hard disk and distribute or share with other person. So that the use of VMware Workstation, clicking next allows you to it gives you the summary of your computer, what would be the name, where it would be stored, what is the operating system, hard disk, memory and other devices. You have seen in a previous slide when I was discussing what is the minimum requirement, I mentioned there it required 40 gig hard disk and at least 1 gig of RAM. So here I have followed the same minimum requirement. You can click on customize hardware. Once you are clicking customize hardware, you want to increase the RAM, you can increase from here. If you want to increase number of processor or core of processor, I have been dual core processor, so I would be selecting 2 cores for this. If you want to specify virtualization inside virtual machine, you can specify this option, but as of now it's not necessary. Selecting new CD, DVD, SATA, auto detect. You can specify whether you would install operating system from your physical drive. If it is physical drive, you need to insert the physical installation media and you have to select use physical drive option. I don't want to use, I'm having one ISO image file. The ISO image file can be downloaded free of cost from Linux official website. I'll give the official website information in the description, so you can go through from there and you can download the ISO image. I've already downloaded, so I would click on browse and I would go to the location wherever I have stored the Linux 5 image. So after selecting the ISO image, you click on open and click close. So that's all. Click finish. Your Linux virtual machine is ready to install. So in this section I have taught you how to create virtual machine. In the next section I would show you how to install Linux 5 in virtual machine environment. Stay tuned and thanks for listening.